some head coaching moves.
Yeah.
Devin, you got a head coach.
Yeah.
You got a head coach. Washington Commanders Dan Quinn acquired Dan Quinn as their head coach. How do you feel about that?
To me, it's a lateral move, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, you're taking out a guy who was put into the worst possible scenario in not having a quarterback, having the worst owner possible, having a shitty team with stars on it that you can't do anything with, who's a defensive mind, who built a decent defense, and then you bring in a guy who'd also been to a Super Bowl, also lost a Super Bowl in worse fashion than Ron Rivera did, who's a defensive mind, who is sort of middle of the pack in terms of coaches. And to me, it's not a step up. It's just getting another Rivera. Like, Rivera was a good move when we were in the situation we were in. Dan Quinn could have been an option then. To have him as an option now when we're trying to change an organization, I would have taken Vrabel any day of the week over Quinn. Vrabel would have been nice. I know Bill's a shot mark, but Vrabel would have been incredible.
Oh man, yeah.
Vrabel's like more of a leader to me than a Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is I don't know. He seems to push a lot of blame. I'm not a big fan, but
I mean,
it's a move.
if you
It's
had to,
better than nothing.
if you had to like, I mean, a scale from 1 to 10 on like impact, like, so if it's lateral, what is it, like a 5?
Yeah.
Like it's not. I mean, would you take him over Ron Rivera?
To me, it's like the same thing. Like, I didn't hate Rivera. Rivera wasn't the reason we sucked.
No,
Rivera took the blame because he's the head coach, so he takes the all it is.
yeah, but I mean, who? I mean, yeah, but the team isn't that good.
You know, the team sucks, so Rivera has to go. But if we're gonna make a head coaching change, make one that's impactful, and rather than bringing on a Dan Quinn, I think our team would have rallied around a Bieniemy move more than a Dan Quinn move.
Yeah,
10.
yeah. That I mean that's also not an awful move. I
I
mean,
mean, Bieniemy wasn't even in a conversation for a head coaching job.
y'all could have got Macdonald. Y'all could have got Mike.
Yeah, I'm fine with him going to Seattle. I think it's a better spot
Can
for
we
him
talk about that?
because he'll like. I mean, if I was Mike Macdonald, that's the best possible place you can go and be a head coach. You've still got Pete Carroll in the office.
Okay.
Pete Carroll's still there. He's probably still running the team. It's a great move for him.
Let me talk about that.
Good move for Seattle.
Let me talk about that.
Sucked for you.
Let me talk about that from the point of view of a Ravens fan. I don't care.
Sure.
I don't care. Like you say it sucks. I don't care. Because at the end of the
Agreed.
day, look, and we'll talk about it. I think there's some players that are going to walk. I think we'll lose some players.
Yeah.
And I'm going to what? Immediately assume that this will be the year the Ravens will not be able to find a single pass rusher, another linebacker to play next to Roquan, any other DB to step up. Not saying we're signing bums. Obviously, you can sign anybody, but I'm saying the Ravens know. I mean, I like to say they know how to cover up tight ends and running backs, but it seems
And
like
they definitely know how to cover up a DC position.
But it seems like they can cover up any defensive position.
Sure. For sure.
Because at the end of the day,
But
he didn't coach Kyle Hamilton to be as versatile as Kyle Hamilton is. He's not going to be able to coach how impactful Roquan Smith is going to be on another linebacker playing next to him. That's stuff that you're not going to be able to coach. So I don't really care.
And I mean, Greg Roman produced an MVP season out of Lamar. So did Todd Monken.
Oh, he can
it's not on these guys.
He can walk. I don't care.
I
really I'm not worried about it. He like I don't care what he really does in Seattle. I don't really have a take at all for the Seahawks. I mean they're
I think it's a great move for the Seahawks.
I don't think they're doing much with what they have next season and with whatever they will have left next season. I'm not gonna.
No,
I mean, I'm not.
like for me, it's like maybe they're trying to revive Seattle's defense, because their offense has been better than their defense for the
I
past couple of
guess,
years.
but those you don't have. They're not us. They don't have those pieces the Ravens have unless he goes and signs Patrick Queen and Matabike and makes a
I was
little squad
thinking
over
of
there. But
going there,
I don't know, but I don't know.
but Queen's allegiance isn't to no one's allegiance is to Mike Macdonald. He was there for 2 years.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not worried that he is leaving the Ravens. We've been known for our defense since the creation of our franchise. I
your first fucking draft pick was the greatest defensive player of all time.
actually our first, well, sure.
Second,
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
your
But
first was
look it up.
Ogden.
Look it up. I shouldn't be telling you this stuff.
No,
Yes.
Uh,
But
I
Zach,
was right.
no, I said yes. I said yes, but I don't. I said yeah, but I don't.
Well, Ray was also a first rounder, so
Yeah,
that's
he
where
was the second first round pick, but
like Lamar was
and
behind Hayden Hurst.
bro, Zach Orr is our defensive coordinator now. You didn't know that, did you?
Zach Orr.
Zachary Orr, the defensive, or not defense, excuse me, the linebacker coach for the Ravens, former linebacker for the Ravens. I don't know if you, I mean, he played, I'd say, like, okay, remember, okay, I'll tell you the
No, Michael Orr. Is he really?
here, no, ORR.
Oh,
I'll give you a time.
30?
Here, I'm gonna tell you when he played. You ready?
Yeah.
Remember when Antonio Brown extended for that touchdown versus us?
Mm-hmm.
That era of the Ravens.
Really?
That's when he played. So like 2015, 2016-ish times. Which I mean, you know, he was cool. He was one of those guys that came to the Ravens and we were able to he was able to produce, you know, a good season or two.
He had a forced retirement because of a spinal condition.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, he's super young, but I mean,
He's got to be the youngest. He's 31.
He's familiar with the Ravens program. He's familiar with how we get down. He's the new defensive coordinator. I'm excited. I'm not pissed that Mike's gone. I don't really care.
PQ seems to like the move.
Yeah. You said who?
Patrick Queen.
Okay. Speaking of Patrick Queen,